Hello and welcome back to Imperator Rome. The Cicero update has finally come out of beta, and what better time than now to start a new achievement run. Now, for this one, I'm going to be retrying something that I had tried previously. A few months back, I was invited to stream on Paradox's channel, and I elected to stream as Egypt, with the intentions of doing the Soter achievement. Obviously, I didn't think I was going to get it in the first, the only stream, but I was planning on continuing the campaign after the fact and going from there. Now, I did run into a couple of problems. Hang on, let me just name this Soter Achievement Run. There we go. I did run into a couple of problems. The first of which being that the Soter achievement was a little bit bugged. If you can see at the bottom there, one of these must be true. Alexandria has the Pharos Lighthouse, and there is 3 versions of that. Basically, there was only 2 versions of that when I played, and what the versions are is the level at which the lighthouse is. Obviously, I can't show it now because I don't have the lighthouse, but I built it up to the best level it could be, which apparently was not good enough for the achievement, so I'm glad that's fixed. Anyway, move that out the way, let's read the introduction. In Babylon, 18 years ago, the Argead king Alexander died suddenly at the age of 32. In the 5 years preceding his death, his continuing military successes had reshaped the world as known to the Greeks, his empire stretching uninterrupted from Egypt to the Indus. The shock of Alexander's early death and his lack of a chosen successor sent shockwaves throughout the hierarchy of satraps and generals who attended him, splintering his empire into elements ruled by these potentates, styled as the Diadochi. For many years, they and their successors have been locked in a bitter struggle over the future of the empire, drawing all nations within their sphere of influence into the conflict. The wars of the Diadochi will surely continue. Perhaps it is up to Egypt to decide how they will end. And the die is cast, of course. Lovely. So yes, we are Egypt. We are a really quite powerful country, although we only start with 24 cohorts. For some reason we start with 118 ships, which I don't agree with. I quite like the fact that you started with 0 ships in the previous version, because not long before the game starts, all of your ships are sunk off the coast of Salamis in the Battle of Salamis. Nice naming there. But yeah, it was quite nice to, bit of backstory and history to your nation. When I played before, the Pharaoh's channel was not traversable, and now it is, so this sea is open to us, and so is this one. How nice. So, how about we just get into it? We have trade routes to create. We are losing food in Alexandria right now because, let's be honest, the population of this area is rather huge. So I want to import some grain because we have some already. If we get some more, we'll get more food and national manpower plus 10%, which will be quite nice. I'm going to import it from Carthage, I think. Better off importing it from someone else rather than myself. I'm trading 4 away. Well, let's get even more grain. I could just cancel one of my trades. Oh, and now it's showing up as 2. Interesting. I don't know why that happened, but it happened, so whatever. We can also get some iron. I think a couple of units of iron would be nice if we can get it from the Seleucids, and the Seleucids again, fantastic. And then we're looking at getting precious metals for pop assimilation speed, which is going to be incredibly important as Egypt, because unfortunately we start with most of our nation being Egyptian, and our primary culture is Macedonian. So that's fun. Also, our assimilation speed is down by 15% because of our heritage. How lovely. Also, our religion is mostly Kemetic. We need to change that to Hellenic as well. What I wouldn't mind doing is actually conquering Cyrenaica. They have 197 pops, and getting a bunch more Hellenic pops really early on in the game, I think is going to be a real boost to us. Because, I mean, our religious unity is so weak that our omen power is just bad, and none of this really does any good for us right now. The modifiers are so low. So Cyrenaica is certainly an early target of ours. We start with quite a lot of money, so we can build a fair few troops, and I think we're going to do exactly that. Let us get... May as well go with Foodly? Global Monthly Food Modifier. That sounds like a good idea. We have a few free idea slots. Usually I always gravitate to morale of armies, but recently, that reinforcement speed, it's kind of tempting. Because if your army gets a bit beaten up in battle, they'll reinforce faster and get their morale faster. That's tempting. I'm gonna try it. I've not tried it before, but I think it might work out for us, so we're gonna do that. A couple of our armies require some generals. Actually, we've just got one army at the moment, and clearly we should be the one leading it. Even more reinforcement speed and army morale recovery, so just multiplying on top of it. But unfortunately, Ptolemy is our only good general, which is unfortunate, let's say. So we're going to be in charge there. Having Camel, this is such a weird army makeup. I might just straight up disband most of this. I don't like this army setup at all. Not at all. I quite like the heavy cavalry. I've warmed a lot to heavy cavalry recently. But yeah, I definitely think there's some editing needing to be done right there. We have enough money for 2 inventions. At the moment we make a lot of money from tax, so I'm going to boost that even further. And what else? What else? Import value maybe, supply limit would be nice, starting experience would be really good too. Plus 7.5%? Yeah, let's go with that. We have 1 ducat left. How lovely. What I will do is... we need to get these guys with generals. So get one there, and you can go on to harassment. And I'm going to pop you in the gap here. So any pirates wanting to go through here are not going to be able to. And then here we'll have this guy, and well, you're just going to stay docked for now. Technology we looked at. Government. Let's have a look at our offices. So 8776. Would really rather these were swapped over, especially considering your loyalty is so bad. You're giving me barely any political influence. That's not good. These I like. You are a golden god. You're much better than you. You are much better than you. Okay, hang on. Where's he gone? He's in government show offices. And we're going to dismiss you and then immediately put you over here. 90 loyalty, 135. Oh, it's so good. 9 there. You're the best we've got. Civic advances, you are 14. Oh my god. Gold, absolute gold. And 9 is good as well. Ooh, 8. Yes, you're going to be a general as soon as I can make you a bit more loyal. Hierophant, we're going to give this Biraxid guy, because, you know, scorned family, get rid of that problem. And I can't make another army yet. What about if I split you? Let's have a look at the other army. Yeah, you are a pretty decent general. Though you are very disloyal, so I'm not too comfortable. He is a Magid. I need to figure out who he is. So let's go to characters. Let's show characters and then sort by loyalty. He should be down at the bottom. Almost all the way there. Wow, my primary heir does not like me at all, does he? So, you are Hellenic Macedonian. Why do you hate me? Not really. I mean, we definitely got rid of him from our government. He doesn't like that. But I guess we can make him happy with a few holdings. Holdings are great. Alright, so Alexandria, do you start with a holding? You should do. Where are they? No, you don't. Okay. Well, I'm going to get a holding in Alexandria. But let's have a look at Alexandria now. This holding is owned by me, and it also increases the commerce income. It'd be nice if I could get a good look at that, though. Not that one. Commerce income. There we go. No. Yes, commerce. Number of holdings plus 0. Maybe I do need to have a monthly tick for that to really happen. Let's also give myself another holding in Alexandria. Clearly, we need to have all the holdings in the capital. That makes just perfect sense. I'm also going to have a look at my son, my primary heir, because his loyalty is not so great. I need to arrange a marriage for him. He's decent enough in everything apart from charisma. So if we go for someone with really good charisma, you are perfect. I quite like you. Timo Zenaid. You are Egyptian Kemetic, but I'm not too upset with that, so we'll go with you. And she is a suitable match. Blustering with excitement, Ptolmaic summoned his domestic aid. After far too long alone, he decided to extend an offer of marriage to the young, attractive woman Timo of the Zenaid dynasty. The envoy reports that the young woman Timo almost swooned after receiving the news. It may be that Ptolmaic and Timo are an ideal match. Lovely. So she gains a bit of loyalty. How nice. You don't, but I am going to give you a holding in Alexandria. Apparently I can't. There's only 2, of course. So what is another really good city? Sort by number of the pops. Nakratis. Yes, you can have... Ooh, Memphis. Memphis rings more bells to me, so you can have a holding in Memphis, and you can actually take 4 holdings. That's not bad at all. Let's also give you a holding in Heliopolis. So having holdings does increase the power base of all your characters. So you don't want to just spam them out to really disloyal people. But to get somebody to be loyal, it's probably not a bad idea. You can take 3 holdings. So I'm actually going to give you holdings in probably some backwater, maybe. How many slaves? Yeah, slaves. Sorting by the number of slaves. So if you have a holding, then slaves won't go below the point where you can have that holding. So let's have a look at Leontopolis. Right, let's have a look. Leontopolis, there it is. Leontopolis. So this place has 4 holdings that we've seen, and am I looking at the wrong place? Because Leontopolis definitely had more than that. Let me just double check that real quick. It's Grand Holding. Leontopolis has 30 slaves. Leontopolis, that's a different place. Leontopolis is right there, and that does have 30 slaves. Okay, phew. Alright, so there are no holdings here at the moment, but the reason it is up to 4 is because of the amount of slaves, amount of pops that are there. As it is a city, it gets +1 holding base. I think we'll be able to see more if we actually pop that guy in Leontopolis. So, Leontopolis, there we go. Gains 20 loyalty, he's now at 40. So, he has 1 holding there. Nice if I could see more information about the holdings, to be honest. Either way, now, this city can never go beneath 18 slaves, because if it goes beneath 9, you get a free holding when there is... Wait, maybe I need more than 1 holding. I need to learn this game again. Holdings are something I'm not super familiar with just yet. I think I might need to give 1 more holding, and then this city can never go beneath 18 pops, slave pops, because your slaves will never promote or migrate. Well, they don't migrate anyway, but they will never promote if it would remove one of the holdings, and each holding requires 9 pops, if I remember rightly. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, whatever. We're going to unpause. We've been going for 15 minutes, and we haven't even unpaused yet, so I think it is about time to unpause. What I want, and immediately pause it again. I'm going to summon the War Council. The shroud of evening falls on the magnificent palaces of Alexandria as three silhouettes appear at the door of the royal audience chamber. Dionysios, a well-loved and competent leader, Ptolemaeus, a down-to-earth and well-respected advisor, and Polyperchon, an advisor of uncertain standing, file into the palace chambers, each determined to influence the Egyptian court in their own manner. The debate quickly descends into anarchy, with each party determined to make their feelings known. However, the calm voice of our Basilius cuts across the raging argument with one short phrase: Phrygia must be destroyed. As one, the three advisors fall into their seats, unsure of quite how they missed this. I already have claims on all of Phrygia. That's not what I wanted. But hey, that's 5 loyalty with everyone, so fuck it. I guess I will do a regular fabricate claim on Cyrenaica then, which now takes the lovely political influence points. And we're going to go with... I would like to go with Azaris, because that... No, wait, no. Oh, that is Cyrenaica. Cyrenaica's province is the one closest to me, which is quite nice, because that is the most populous one as well. Yes, very nice. Cyrenaica. So we're going to get a claim on Cyrenaica, and we're going to attack them. We have claims on all of Phrygia, or at least we will do as soon as the event fires. But I will never lose this personal claim here in Philistia, which is quite nice. Phrygia start the game with 30 cohorts, but their economy is much, much stronger than ours, although they are losing money. And we are gaining it, so perhaps not. Hopefully we see Phrygia explode, that would be quite nice. But I also want money so that I can upgrade the size of our army. One thing I do want to do actually is go to trade overview and turn off manual trade. So basically, if somebody asks me for a trade that is not food, it's going to be automatically accepted, and I'm totally fine with that. It won't take away my surplus in the capital, so yeah, just trade away, boys. It's totally fine. So 1st of January I should be getting the event. There it is. Having built the largest empire the world has ever seen, Alexander the Great died suddenly 10 years ago. With no clear successor to the empire, his generals, the Diadochi, or successors, have since fought over Alexander's spoils. As one of Alexander's oldest friends, our ruler Ptolemaeus has secured the wealthiest provinces in the empire, Egypt, for himself. Expansion into Greece and Syria has however been thwarted by Antigonus Monophthalmus, the former satrap of Phrygia, with the entire Egyptian fleet crushed at the recent Battle of Salamis. Again, as I was saying, it'd be nice if there was no Egyptian fleet at the start of the game. Antigonus is perhaps the most successful of the successors, but success breeds enemies, and now he stands alone and vulnerable. This is a great opportunity, if only we can secure the allies to oppose him. To the Empire, the strongest. Yes, lovely. Speaking of, hey, Seleucus, old buddy, old pal, do you want to be No, you don't. We'll get too many relations. Yeah, that is a problem. That is actually something I need to worry about as well. I'm a 3 out of 4. These feudatories do not cost in a slot, do they? Only Dodecanesios costs me. I don't see Dodecanesios here at all. Oh, there it is. Client state. Yes, client states do cost. Feudatories do not. Loyalty is quite high, which is nice. Macedon and Thrace being protected by me, I'm not quite a fan of. So I'm going to revoke those guarantees. Lovely, there we go. Now, yeah, I think unpausing again sounds like a good idea. I might, as soon as I can, spend some political influence on stabbing a pig to get myself some more stability. Would be not a bad idea, I don't think. We have a rival at court. Hermakos Alexandrid. That's a nice dynasty name. You are quite loyal. So I could just lose popularity, which I don't want to do. Or I could see him as a rival, which I can, unfortunately, immediately get rid of. And he loses 10 loyalty, which I'm kind of fine with because his loyalty is okay. So, yes. And I'm immediately going to remove him as a rival because I don't want him to be a rival. Slow these down. I could just give him a holding. He's the governor of where? He is the governor of Upper Egypt, which is here. So, what is the best province in Upper Egypt? Kusai. Or, yeah. I'm going to give you a holding in Kusai. Kusai. There it is. Ta-da! Now you're super happy with me. Lovely. And all these holdings are improving the commerce income. I think we can probably check that now. Over here, number of holdings plus 0.1. It's not a whole lot, but it adds up if you have a lot of holdings. So I'm quite happy with it. Ptolmaic Soter has begun devoting every waking hour to his work. While this is admirable, it might be beginning to affect his in ways it cannot begin to understand. Alright, well, so I'm obsessive. What does that do? Holding income plus 1, and I get an extra little bit of zeal, which is nice. Also, national citizen output, negative 5%. That's actually horrible. I don't like that at all. At least I don't currently have a problem with research points. Our efficiency is not great. 73% is not fantastic. Especially as 300% is the max, and we do want to reach that if we can. But for now, I'm going to just say it's fine. I'm going to build a navy because 29 and 30 does make me a little bit stressed out. And you can have a tetraire. There we go, fixed it. Frontal assault, you should probably be on harassment as well. Right. So now we do have claims on the entirety of Phrygia, the entirety of the Seleucid Empire, apart from not here, for some reason. Only up to there. Interesting. We don't actually have it on Macedon, which is odd. No, we do. It just isn't showing in the diplomacy map mode. Probably because truce is overwriting it. We're also trading with him. Maybe it is, but the trading is actually covering it up. I don't know. So we have a bunch of stuff there, and no claims over here, unfortunately. It'd be nice if I could like attack Messenia. Can I get a claim? Because getting a foothold in the Peloponnese would be phenomenal, or maybe even Greece. Sorry, Crete even. Let's see if there are any diplomatically isolated guys over here. You're a vassal. You've got one ally, Sidonia. You've got 2 allies. Vassal, 2 allies. 1 ally in Ayarpatra, 2 allies. I think Lictus would be a good target, so I'm going to get a claim on Lictus. Sounds like a phenomenal idea. Don't you agree? Money's coming up. 6.51 is our income right now. We would definitely like to see that grow a lot more, for sure. Phrygia is currently not at war with anyone. No risk of civil war, although it's actually not close at all. Rebellion, only 4.18%. But if you die before you're going to war, I think you explode. Lose a bunch of money that we don't have in order to get some legitimacy, or just lose 2 legitimacy. Currently we're gaining legitimacy, so I'm just gonna lose the 2. It should be okay. Cyrenaica is currently at 41% complete. Nice if that were to go up a bit more. Let's have a look at our current doodads policies. So at the moment you are... Child has been born. Lovely. Currently, you are very evenly split between Macedonian and Egyptian, and the same with Hellenic. If we have a look at the pops in Alexandria specifically, they are assimilating and they are converting, so that's good. Not Hellenic religion lowering it by 33% is an issue, but it seems to be kind of okay. Capital territory plus 20% is helping a lot with that, actually. Let's look at somewhere else. Yeah, 1.4%. I might go with conversion because dominant culture, not primary culture, is only 10%. whereas not Hellenic religion is 33%. So it's definitely better to convert the religion before you go with the culture. So I'm going to swap that over to religious conversion. I'm probably going to do that everywhere. It's probably a good idea. It's a little bit expensive on the political influence, but we're gaining 2.32 a month, which, considering 2.5 is the max from your people, your governors, your, what do they call it, officers, these guys. It's not bad. It's not a bad amount. So Pelusian prospers. They sent an envoy proclaiming that harvests, trade, taxation of all produced a huge surplus this year. In a splendid show of national spirit, they've decided to offer the additional income to the state. Perhaps we could let them spend the money for their own uses, however. So gain 28 gold, they gain a marketplace, they get local games held for some loyalty and freeman happiness, or they can just build whatever they want. They could, build something. So the territory of Pelusian. Actually, you could probably just do it here, right? There it is. So, what do you have right now? Just a fortress. You make very little in commerce. It'd be nice if you were to be a bit more happy, because you're not very happy right now. So I'm actually going to use the money to give games, and that gives us a bit of popularity as well, which would be, I think, a good idea. You want vegetables from Eastern Delta, which is right here, and that would result in me losing. Oh, I'm already losing food, so absolutely not. You cannot do that at all. There's an awful lot of pops here. Like, I've got surpluses of almost every food source, and still it's losing food. So what I'm going to do is get myself some fish for plus 10%, and that's going to come from Nabatea. Doesn't change a whole lot. Still at negative 3.89, but we're gonna have to work on that, get another trade route going at some point. Or perhaps, are you actually trading away some food? No, you're not. Okay, so let's have a look at some settlement buildings. I need a farming settlement. I need farming settlements pretty much everywhere. 50% more food, more population capacity. Slaves needed to get the food surplus going down is just awesome. It's so good. So which area? Let's have a look here in the provinces map mode again. I want to see which one of these settlements has the most slaves. It's actually better in here. I think it might be. So it's Eastern Delta. Eastern Delta. If I hover over slaves, the place with the most of them is actually Pelusian. So we should build in Pelusian, but that's actually not going to be the one with the most because it's a city, not a farm. Of course. Sile has vegetables, and therefore you are a prime place. You want a farming settlement. That's going to give you some more food. At the moment, you need 15 slaves to produce one extra vegetable. This will make that go down to 10, and we can move some pops here to get that surplus, and that surplus will never go down again, which is perfect, exactly what I want. Cyrenaica is pretty close. How many cohorts? Only 10. You're losing money, or you did lose money, so that's good. The supply over there is probably, yeah, it's kind of trash. It's kind of bad. That's unfortunate. What I could do is build myself a bunch of light infantry. They take up very little supply. How many light infantry do you have? 8. You know what? How about instead we're going to do it a bit of a different way. Click you again. Get rid of all these. Going to create a new unit, the light infantry in its own unit, recruit to the army, and we're going to build 12. Let's go up to 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apparently that's it. That's all I have the money for. We need a general for the army as well, so Mr. Magid can do that, I think. Put me on skirmishing mode as well. You want grain from Eastern Delta? No. You want grain? No. I'm not giving you any of that, good sir. Build 3 more. Lovely. This army is very strange. Maneuver 4, maneuver 2, so it's actually not that fast either. I want to build heavy infantry to this. We have the claim on Cyrenaica, very nice. Wonder, can you capture port? You need 5 heavy ships. I don't have any, unfortunately. So see, can we import wood? I don't have the ability to import wood. I can import steppe horses. That might be something I want to try out. So Cyrenaica, how many pops do you have? 11 cohorts. Lovely. I think it's time for our assault. Guess you can just have 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 light horses would be good enough for me, I think. The Olympic Games. Once more, the renowned Olympic Games are due to occur in the city of Olympia. The traditions surrounding these games are ancient, reputedly dating back to the days of mighty Heracles himself, and they are an occasion in which all of Greece rejoices. It's our custom to send the proudest, most able young son of Egypt to compete on our behalf. We believe we have found 2 ideal candidates, a son of Apollo himself by the name of Magas, a stout fellow who calls himself Marcus. Which one of these fine athletes should we send to compete in the games? Well, we could send the governor of Cyrenaica, or the general that we're about to go and attack Cyrenaica with. I'm going to send Marcus. Seems fine, and he can have his job back later. Unless there's somebody better off for the job. Yeah, you're not very good. I'm going to wait for Marcus to return. You can't have grain from Eastern Delta. Our horses are being built. Where? Oh wow, all the way down there. There's been a harvest failure in Luxor. I could spend a bunch of money that I don't have to make the governor of Upper Egypt a bit more happy. As for the blessings of Demeter, that's not going to work. I'm just going to take the debt on the chin. The Great Olympic Games have come to an end with much rejoicing and celebration. The highlight of this year's games was during the Stadion, the most ancient and revered of foot races. Leonatos of Kokira, in last place for the majority of the race, stole the victory by mere moments after Theodamus of Terendum tripped and fell, causing all the athletes behind him to join him on the floor. Overall, the victory was declared to be to Philemon Charimonid of Lepreon, a first-time winner of the Olympics, whose brawn, virility, and Heraclean vigor are beyond compare. He will go down in the annals of history as the champion of the Olympiad. How lovely. I won't be reading out all of them, of course, but, you know, some I will. You want livestock from Memphis. I am actually going to probably do that because I'm not exporting right now any livestock, and I want that exportation bonus. Unfortunately, that is probably going to put me negative. Or is it? Lose 5 stability. I'm okay with that. So Memphis, are you actually going to lose any food? No, still at 3.8. Quite nice. Right, so we've got 40,000. Let's embark the troops and make our way over to Cyrenaica. You want fish from Central Delta. Central Delta is right here. It's currently got 1.4 food. I am going to accept it for plus 2.5% national freeman bonus. I'm going to accept that. You want from Eastern Delta? No. And then I'm going to replace it with some fish from Gerha. That should be okay. We have fabricated a claim on Crete as well, so after this war, if it goes well and we don't... Oh, we're victorious, thank fuck. Oh, that scared me. Right, fleet maintenance and army maintenance is up. How lovely. We're going to attack you. Declare the war. Take Cyrenaica. Okay. So, let us drop the light infantry there, and we'll drop the... I guess cavalry contingent can go... Actually, no, I want that the other way around, don't I? You want to go there. And the cavalry wants to probably go there, but for now they can go here. You're going to capture this, move here, capture this, wait until you're locked. We're going to go there, smash this army. Ptolemy himself leading the charge. Smash their army. Wait until you're locked. Smash your army. Nice 2-to-1 on the kills. Exactly what I want. Although he did have a better tactic than I did. I'm not too worried about it. And then we're going to have you go to the boats, I think, actually. You're going to dock up and move over here, and you're going to capture this port here. You would like some fish from Anamarca. No. Oh, that's actually where you're going to. Veterans do. After wars, toil, and hardship, it is with hope lies that the veterans of our armies look towards retirement, a life of rural farming, with promised farmland often parceled out to the most deserving. Recent circumstances have led to great droves of our retiring soldiers clamoring for this quiet life, seeking counsel from their generals and leaders. Ptolmaic Egypt has been appointed on behalf of our generals to negotiate a complex arrangement whereby we might assuage our tired veterans and yield to them some reward. We should be very wary of what should occur should we refuse. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna offer them something. So we stack wipe their army. We're going to take the port. Nice. Oh yeah, and I can also hopefully capture your army. Our general is complete trash, but we do have the advantage here. 29% swing, which is lovely. We have like double the amount of ships, so this should be a bit of a walkover. Another battle going on. Easy victory, and another stack wipe. Fantastic. And their navy is destroyed. Help out with the siege here. Just a little bit more, and that should be over and done with. Siege of Cyrene is won. Lovely. I'm going to pick you up. Oh, hang on. This is your capital, is it not? Yeah, so we can desecrate a holy site. We have not done that yet. And it doesn't matter that his holy site is the same as ours, Hellenic. I'm still going to do it because I need it for the achievement, which is, if I show you real quick, desecrate holy sites of 10 different religions. Hellenic is one of those religions. So, boom, done. That gives you a modifier. Holy site in ruins. As in freemen and tribes, when happiness goes down by 10%, but that's acceptable to me. So you're going to go there. You are going to capture these cities on the coast. You're going to march your way up here, take out them, hopefully. I'll tell you what, actually. You're better off staying where you are. We're going to bomb him in Palaeolus. We have another sun. We're on campaign. How the balls did that happen? So, ooh, you've got another army, have you? Well, I should be faster. I do have cavalry, and you do not. Or, I mean, you do, but you also supplement it with slow people, which is probably not the best thing for the whole speed idea. So we're just going to continue stack wiping as many armies as we can. While you, good sir, are going to go and find some more places to go and murder armies. Combat stack, siege stack. It's probably the best way to go. I want Seraphon, and I want these two siege, and it should be the end of the war. There's been a scandal, but this scandal is none of our business. Or just have him flogged. You know what, I'm just going to have him flogged. That should be alright. Our Epistraticus loses 10 loyalty. He's okay. Alright, but with that, it's been a long episode for the first episode, so I hope you enjoyed that fact. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more, please do leave me a like and a comment. It actually does help out quite a bit more than one would expect. So, yes, please do that if you enjoyed the episode. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. For Soter, and for Ptolemy, and fuck Antigonus.